What makes blues solos so fun to play for beginner guitarists as opposed to other genres? Is it the ease of playability of the pentatonic minor scale? Or is it that blues is just simply the best genre? To answer that shortly, no, to both questions. But the answer is surprisingly simple. The blues is the most melodic genre in terms of guitar solos. Before you start jumping on your high horse and tell me how your favorite genre of music actually has the most melodic solos, hear me out. Think of the last blues song that you've heard. Or if you haven't, I'll list a few examples here in a minute. But for those of you who have, think of the guitar solo in it. I bet you if I played a backing track of that song right now, you could probably sing note for note the solo of that song. And for those of you that haven't listened to a blues song recently, here's what I recommend. Anything Stevie Ray Vaughan, particularly though if you want to make life easy, Mary Had a Little Lamb, his cover of that, trust me, it's great. Or Texas Flood. You go with any version of Tied to the Whipping Post, it's usually pretty good with blues solos. Or my favorite out of the list is Guthrie's Trapp solo over Little Wing by Jimi Hendrix. I'll link all these examples down in the description below. And while you're down there, consider blues soloing all over that subscribe button. Now you're probably thinking, well, Ian, now that I know why blues solos so catchy and melodic, how can I make my own solos like this? Well, I'm glad that you asked, because the answer to that question is just as simple and easy to grasp as the first question. Before you go and start playing pentatonic licks that will work over everything on blues backing tracks, hang on, take a minute and listen to whatever backing track that you picked out. That's right. You'll have to use your ears. After you listen to it, take another minute and start to try and hum out some, either in your head or out loud, whichever works for you. Try to hum out some melody that you might think would make a good solo. Well, now you're probably thinking, well, how do I know if it would make a good solo? Well, usually, in most cases, as a musician, the first thing that you think of is probably the most appealing to you. So that's going to be the best solo. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way, but most of the time it's that way. At least for improvisation. So once you hummed out a melody and you got it in your head, you can hear it playing over the music as it's playing. Just go play it. Finally, if you have any further questions, reach out to me in the comments. I'll be glad to answer any of them. I will almost definitely reply to you. Now that you're at the end of the video and you find yourself wanting to learn something to make your solos really stand out and sound like, well, they might sound like some other people's solos, but they won't sound like other guitarists' solos, check out this video right here. Right there.